everyone. My name is Christopher Gustafson. I'm a professor in the Department of Agricultural Economics here at the University of Nebraska-Lincoln. My project is about the development of an open access resource for researchers to study food choice in online environments. So think of a supermarket with a retail website where people can go and shop for food. The goal of this project is to create a customizable open source site that integrates common features of supermarket online retail, including things like product search, filtering by attributes, or sorting by attributes. So in this case, these features would be usable by research participants to define the sets of products that they see during the food choice process. A second goal for the project is to make this online resource easy to use for researchers who may not have highly developed programming skills that would enable them to do a lot of customization on their own. So a second goal is to provide an easy to use interface for researchers that let them really set up the choice environment, the grocery looking website in a way that matches what they're trying to do. So things that would be good to allow them to do include specifying food products and categories, applying messaging or labeling, and selecting which attributes are available for filtering or sorting by participants in their research. The third important goal for this project is to build in data collection on things that consumers, in this case, research participants, do during the choice process that affects the set of products that they see, or that explains their behavior in the choice environment. This includes data on things like how much time participants spend on a particular page in the retail environment, the search terms that they use when they're looking for products, and the filtering or sorting settings that they apply that are going to influence what products they actually see. So the motivation for this research or for this project, and a lot of the research I've been doing in recent years, is the ongoing increase in obesity rates in the United States. I believe that the adult US population has a combined overweight and obesity rate of close to 75% of the population, which is related to a number of serious diseases and health conditions. There has been a lot of research on ways to promote choices of healthier food products, but there have been some significant limitations to the types of data that are generated in these studies, examining ways to promote healthier food choices. Specifically, there tend to be two different general types of data that researchers use to look at the impact of an intervention meant to promote healthier food choices. One type of data comes from highly focused experiments where the researcher will typically present 2, 3, maybe 4 products at a time to participants and have them make a choice between those products. On the other hand, the second type of data comes from supermarkets, which can be either physical supermarkets, online supermarkets, or even experimental supermarkets that the researchers have put together. But the key point here is that there are typically hundreds to thousands of products per product category, but in this case, researchers tend not to know what products or information people were looking at or looking for during the choice process. Now, we all know that real-world retail is much more complicated than the first case. You always or almost always face more than 2 products at a time when you're making a choice of food or non-food options in the real world. But for the second case, knowing what people are looking for can be really important in helping researchers target interventions to make them more effective. Now, like I said, there has been a lot of research on designing interventions to promote healthier food choices. And in that simple experimental environment, they are very frequently found to be impactful in terms of promoting healthier choices. However, when those same interventions or labeling systems or whatever get transferred to real supermarkets, whether those are physical brick and mortar supermarkets or online websites, you no longer see an impact most of the time. A big part of the problem may result from that shoppers only examine a subset of the available products. If you face 250 boxes of cereal, you're probably not going to look at every single one every time you go shopping. And if I only look at cereals like Lucky Charms and Frosted Flakes, I'll never see a label that is only applied to healthy foods. I just won't look at those products. Being able to account for those sorts of behaviors can help us think about more effective ways to target our interventions. So most interventions today focus on things like package-based labeling, which is why the disconnect between simple experimental environments and very crowded real-world retail environments is really important. There have also been a number of studies looking at essentially sorting products by the target attribute. So, maybe sorting products so that people see the healthiest items first and the least healthy items last. Another motivating factor for the development of this project is that technology presents other options. If people are making choices through a website interface, there is the ability to personalize the things that the products and information that they see to personal priorities, reminder messages to think about things that are important to them, but that they might not be thinking about during the choice process could be applied. Differences in visual salience are attainable. And so this is something that I'm interested in investigating or building in with this resource. So what I'd like to do is get a resource available to researchers that more closely reflects real-world supermarkets than the currently available research sites. House Grocery is an experimental that is available to researchers, open access online site, but there is very little customization that the researchers can do. I think you can choose to sort products by a couple of different attributes, such as the price or the number of stars that each product has. You might be able to choose which specific food categories are included, but that's about it. Whereas on real world supermarkets, there are lots of options that people have as consumers to influence what they see. So this is an area that I've been doing quite a bit of work on in recent years, and I would be happy to have this work result in research publications that team members could be involved with. So I've done research on reminder messages in real physical retail environments, so physical supermarkets, in much less sophisticated online supermarkets that I have constructed with the help of collaborators, but that do not have the sorts of features that I've talked about being interested in, such as search, filtering, and sorting. I have done a couple of projects that have sort of very basic filtering in one dimension, such as in this project that involves letting people filter for pulse-containing products in a more realistically complex retail environments. And I've done some, again, sort of simplistic research in a retail environment on the personalization of product sets to individual health priorities. This site that I envision resulting from this project will be much more sophisticated and can lead to a lot more high impact research that hopefully can result in real impacts in the real world. So, the key point of building this site is that documenting how people shape their own choice environments in retail environments by things like searching, filtering, sorting can help identify ways to more effectively design interventions. And in this project, I aim, with the help of the students in this senior design class, to create a novel and more realistic resource that researchers can use to develop and test more effective interventions and policies to promote healthy choices. I'm excited to work with students who will bring your technological expertise to help create this important research on consumer behavior in complex market environments, and are excited about the goal of helping to promote healthy food choices. This resource won't be limited just to research on healthy food. Anyone doing research on consumer behavior could use this as well. So, any students who are excited about these aims, I would love to work with. So thank you for your time.